Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to MLS Journeyman with Zebu Nation. We have returned with Inter Miami for Season 2, and today we bring to you the big competition, the one we've been waiting for, CONCACAF Champions League. It is the first round. Title holders are Pachuca from Liga MX. So we got some work to do. It's going to be a bit of a long competition. But, this is what we're here for. This is why we came back to Inter Miami, is to participate in the Champions League and see if we can win this thing. If you look at the past winners, you can see here not a lot of MLS going on here. I don't believe in this reality an MLS team has won it. In previous saves, an MLS team has snuck in there. But currently, it looks to be all Mexico at this time. So we're going to see if we can create a little history here with Inter Miami and win. But first, we have to get by our first round opponent, which is Walter Ferretti. They're not what you'd call a great team, coming out of Nicaragua. They've got a long history, 1987. We've gone over this before in other saves. We played these guys before. Started up, during a time of sort of civil unrest and political unrest there, and named after a famous police captain. And now they're sort of the bringing together of the people through the means of sport and football. So all that good stuff, but it's going to be tough sledding for old Walter Ferretti versus Inter Miami. Some of the other matchups will probably go similarly. Got San Francisco of Panama versus Atlanta United. Atlanta United was the U.S. Open Cup champion, so that's how they got in there. Inter Miami, we were the Eastern Conference playoff champion, so that's how we got in there. Montreal versus Saprissa. Montreal is the Canadian championship. That's how they're in there. Minnesota versus Defense Force of Belize. Minnesota is the MLS Cup champion, so that's how they're in there. Monterrey versus Isidro Metapan. Municipal of Guatemala versus America. Santos Laguna versus Metropolitan FA. Not super familiar with these guys. Metropolitan Football Academy from Puerto Rico. All right. Outstanding. It's good to see some Puerto Rican teams get in there. I've not heard of these guys, but they're in the playoffs, so they can't be all bad. Take a look at their senior squad. A lot going on here. They got a couple of dudes, and that's about it. So probably not going to go well for them against Santos Laguna. And then finally, San Jose versus Pachuca, sort of the big matchup, the marquee matchup, MLS versus Liga MX. San Jose, they get in by way of being second place to Minnesota in the Western Conference. So Minnesota took up 2 spots by winning the Western Conference and MLS Cup. So their second spot defers to San Jose. So that's how everybody got in the competition. And those are the games we're going to be looking at. So let's take a look at our team here. We got some interesting stuff going on. We got our match preview versus Walter Ferretti. We are heavy favorites, even though we're playing down in Estadio Nacional Dennis Martinez, named after the famous baseball player, Dennis Martinez. It's going to be a nice day, 89 and sunny, but it might not be a great day for Walter Ferretti. They've got a few injuries out. Robert Huete, Jadziel Mendoza, that's an interesting name. Cesar Lacoya. So a lot of guys who are doubtful. We got some injury problems of our own. We also have a suspension. Perez, our big defensive acquisition, out. He's suspended. He must have done some bad stuff when he was with LA, because he hasn't played a real game with us. So he got suspended during last season's Champions League with LA, And now we got to serve that suspension. So not quite fair, but hey, it is what it is. Louis Philippe, doubtful. We got several guys who are doubtful / unfit. So we've got a bit of a strange team selection. We'll submit our team and then look at them on the field. You know, we were planning on playing some youngsters in this game anyway. And we were sort of forced to out of necessity. So here we go. We do have Martinez in goal, the youngster, going to give him a run out. Martins, team captain, on the left, so that's fine. Shaq Moore on the right. He's a little tired, but you know he's okay for now. He'll make it through at least the first half. Austin Trusty, and we got Baños now taking the stepping in to take that position that Perez probably would have started. Norman and Stewart in the midfield. The youngster, Adrian Stewart's going to step in. Mendez, kind of banged up, so we're going to leave him out. Pellegrini on the left. Moreno, the rookie, draft pick, making his debut. Bravo, likewise, draft pick, making his debut in the attacking center mid. And then Martin up top. So it's sort of a mixture of starters and reserves. We'll see how that goes. You know, they're going with an interesting 4-2-2-2, I guess you could say. 4-2-4, 4-4-2, however you want to put it. 2 defensive midfielders and 2 wide midfielders. So we'll see how that works. Pep talk. We're the favorites. Go out there and give them a performance. Nobody cares. Let's get to the tunnel. Let's go. All right. Kevin Rios of the Fort Lauderdale Soccer Messenger. Enthusiastic with great respect. Given Eder Martinez's lack of fitness, how long can he last out there? Well, he's the goalkeeper. I think he can last a full match. You've chosen to leave Jordi Reyna. You're therefore not quite as interested. No, Reyna is a bit banged up. I don't know how to say it, but long season, rotation is necessary. Reyna's not quite fit. Sprung a few surprises. What's the thinking behind that? You're asking a lot of questions here, Kenny. You know, some players will play here, others will play in other fixtures. We got a second game coming up after this. It is going to be a doubleheader if we ever get done with these questions. Moreno appears to be handed a role that doesn't really fit him. He's fine. He's versatile. He can handle it. I mean, he's more of a right midfielder as opposed to a right winger, but he can play both. He's fine. You know, you look at him, he's got the speed, the pace, determined. I mean, he's a good rookie. We'll give him a shot. Here's Martins, quickly. 4 minutes in, sends it across. Headed out by the Walter Ferretti defense, but Shaq Moore gathers it in, drops it to Stewart. Looking, centering to Bravo. Okay, Bravo, first shot of his career, a little bit over the net. That's fine. Okay, we're on key highlights. Here we go. Martins can take a lot of these free kicks. Runs up, gets it. Baños can't get his head on it, but Martin is going to gather it in. Martin to Martins. See what we can do, boys. Norman out wide. Good vision to see Bravo. Not sure what Bravo's doing out there, but he returns the favor right back to Norman. Takes the shot. Just wide. Okay, it is preseason. You know, these kind of things happen. Preseason for us anyway. Here's Sampaio. Sends one in. Austin Trusty with the good header. Wow, a banger of a shot from Sampaio, but big save from Martinez. That's what we want to see from the young keeper. Make some big saves. Sampaio sends one in. Headed out by Moreno, but Walter Ferretti continues on the attack. Zavala's going to look for some support. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, there we go. Thought that was about to get dangerous, but no, we quelled it. And here's Martins with another free kick. Austin Trusty, what a save! Oh, I thought that was a tap-in on the back post, but the goalkeeper for Walter Ferretti. What is this guy? What is that name? Mungia? Oof, can't even read his name. But that was a heck of a save. Norlin Munguia. Sure, buddy. Whatever your name is, it's a great save. I mean, that kept him in the game for sure. Here's Walter Ferretti trying to build out of the back. 25 minutes down. A little bit of impatience there, but Sampaio makes the best of it. Gets around one man. Gets around the second man. Third defender rushes in, and Sampaio scores. Yikes. Down 1-0 to Walter Ferretti on the road. You know, I was watching some Champions League this season, and there were some smaller teams that were making a run, kind of like this, you know, scoring early, getting up. Now, things didn't necessarily end well for them, but it's better to get up early than to get down early, I'll tell you that. Some of our youngsters might get a little nervous, but here we go. We've got so many attempts from the free kicks. Martin sends one in. Trusty again off the crossbar. Come on, boys. Let's give them a concentrate. All we need is to concentrate and get a goal. Martin's again with the free kick. Can't get anyone back post, but Bravo's going to chase it down. Norman, Trusty, seems to be playing a lot of balls through Trusty for some reason. 36 minutes. Let's get one before half. Martin sends it across. Booted out of there by Walter Ferretti, and they're going to start their attack. Nino on the back line. Drops it back. Okay. Walter Ferretti looking calm. Bombing it downfield. That was not a great. It's a big turnover. Stewart has it. Stewart has two men running forward. Gets it to Moreno, the rookie. Can't score. Martin. Okay. Interesting tackle for a goal. I don't think there's any replay in CONCACAF, so I think that goal is going to be good. But he was in a weird position there. Let's try this again. So Stewart should have got it to him in the first place, but he gets it out to Moreno. And then sort of a bad touch and a nice tackle, I suppose. Okay. You know, just Martin showing that veteran savvy. They're going to show us the replay one more time. I mean, he's super offside, but he doesn't get the ball, right? Moreno gets the ball. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He got it on the rebound. He stole it and got the goal. That's all that counts. Evened it up before halftime. 2 minutes of stoppage time. See if we can work one last attack. Norman to Stewart. Stewart gets it forward. Martin heads it back to Johnny Bravo. Trying to send it back downfield. Oh, terrible defense, Martin. Right around. That's what Martin is good at. Takes that little touch, gets around the keeper, and scores. I mean, honestly, this is why we brought him in. A veteran for Champions League. You know, a little bit of injury. Nice. Nice goal. A little bit of injury insurance at the end of last season, but mostly we brought him in for Champions League. And he has shown up with 2 goals in the first half. That's what we're talking about. All right, so we've dominated possession. 65%. We'll get to the dressing room here. We'll try to get this over with, I think. And we will go positive. You know, we'll go a little shorter passing. Let's go back to the pep talk. All right, things are going well, but don't get complacent. That's what I want to say. To change if your performance levels drop. Okay, there we go. Everybody's on. Everybody is dialed in. Now, we got some tired boys out there, namely Shaq Moore and David Norman. So we're going to have to watch their fitness in the second half. Also a little worried about injuries. You know, we have been bit by the injury bug in this preseason. I don't know what it is, but a lot of guys have been getting nicked up, banged up. Just little tweaks here and there. Nothing too major, but just a lot of nagging little injuries. There we go. Martins just picks up a little injury. All right, so we got Baba on the bench. We're going to bring in Baba. We're going to bring in Ceballos at right back. So we're going to change out both of our fullbacks. You don't see that every often. There's Bravo. Gets it to Moreno. Moreno into Martin. Oh, that was too easy. What the heck was that? I thought this goalkeeper was going to give us some problems after that first save he made on Austin Trusty. But, man, that was too easy. He barely reacted to that ball. So, bravo to Moreno, the rookies combining, and then, a missed slide tackle by the defense, and the keeper just wasn't even paying attention. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. So, everybody's onside. That's no problem. Look at him. He doesn't even try to make a save. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Go up. That should be an insurmountable lead. Austin Trusty with another missed header. I really wish we could work on that. David. Okay. Bravo. Rio Bravo. Johnny Bravo. Roberto Carlos Bravo. All of that. Injured. So, I think what we do is we move Stewart up there. It's more of his natural position. And then we can bring Mendez in to sort of end things off. Like I said, this team is just, we're injury riddled right now. I don't know what it is. Every game we play, somebody gets banged up in some form or fashion. Today we've had 2. One possibly seriously. Bravo could be out, with that kind of injury. All right, so first game's a domination, Walter Ferretti, they felt good with that early goal. 26th minute to go up by a goal, but then they just sort of utter domination. 24 shots to 4, 11 on target to 2. They had 24 fouls, so they were trying their best. Just unable to halt the tide from Inter Miami. 67% possession. Utter domination. Very happy. Let's go. Continuation. Okay, so we got a lot of weird stuff going on right now. I brought in a whole team full of trialists because, again, our Inter Miami Academy is empty. So I just brought in every untethered 17-year-old in the nation. And we're going to see what they look like. And anybody who's any sort of promising, we'll throw them in the academy for a couple of bucks. And, just to bolster some of our youth numbers. I'm also having trouble finding a coach for Inter Miami 2. Nobody wants to come and coach. So I got lucky last time finding a coach for him, but he just quit at the end of the season. It's not like his contract was up or anything. He just I'm done. So he quit. So right now, I don't know who's running the team, honestly. It's not me, but it's somebody. But yeah, we need some coaches for Inter Miami 2. Yeah. So we're going to pause it here, play a couple of weird little friendlies, and then come back for the second leg. So, pause. Okay, we're back. As you can see here, first leg, both Inter Miami and Atlanta United had pretty good first games, 3-1 in both cases. Let's get to our match preview. Not much has changed except we're opening up our brand new park. I didn't realize it come this soon, but I got an email. Let's see if we can find the email. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, here it is. We found the email. A new era will dawn for Inter Miami supporters on Tuesday as the club will officially move into their brand new ground to play their first competitive match. 25,000 seat capacity. Miami Freedom Park will welcome Walter Ferretti as their first opponent. All right, anyway, new chapter in the history. Around 23,000 tickets are expected to be sold. That's a pretty good crowd for a first-round Champions League game versus a team like Walter Ferretti. So we'll take that for sure. Got another email that said we had around 18,000 season tickets sold, so that's going to help our bottom line. It's going to help us, move those finances up the chart, and then Inter Miami will begin to be able to, afford some of those really expensive players that they really, really want. So, yeah, here's the lineup. We got another interesting lineup. As you can see, we got a lot of guys who are not fit for business. can we trade out Yordi Reyna for somebody else? Frankie Amaya, maybe? Acosta, maybe? Yeah, we'll bring Acosta in there just in case. Any other changes we want to make? I think we do want Baños on the bench somewhere. I guess for Suarez. All right, let's go. Let's submit that team. So we got, again, healthy mix of starters and backups. And here we go. Johnson's going to take the goal this time. Martin's on the left, Shakmore on the right. Trusty and Perez making his debut for the team. Felipe and Mendez in the midfield. Pellegrini on the left. Mackenzie Gaines on the right. Acosta in the middle, and Martin up top. They are again going with the 4-4-2 with two defensive midfielders. Didn't help them out too much last game. I mean, they didn't get completely blown out, I suppose. They got the first goal. There we go. New park, ladies and gentlemen. Looks suspiciously like the old park, but slightly bigger. It's 25,000 instead of, I think the other one was 18,000. So we're looking pretty good. Everything should be fine. We don't get a ton of money from Champions League. It's not like European Champions League, where you get in there and you get like millions of dollars. I think we get like 250K or something like that. So it's not a ton, but it's better than nothing, and it helps prestige-wise. Okay, here we go. Let's get on the attack. Mendez to Felipe. Cross midfield, gets it forward. Mackenzie Gaines all alone, and he scores. Like I said, gives us an interesting attacking option from the wing. He is a much more natural goal scorer than any of our other wingers. So it's almost like having two strikers up top. This was an excellent drive from Felipe. Great pass, great run, and then easy goal. So we'll take that. 10 out of 10. Let's go. Early goal, early lead, only 4 minutes in. So things are looking good. You know, if we can get out of this game without any major injuries, we'll be happy. We got to do our... Oh, Shaq Moore with a blast. Got to do our registration like the day after this game. So we have gotten our roster... We haven't cut anybody or anything like that. Austin Trusty, another missed header. But we have, bought our salary down to the point where it's under the salary cap now. Just barely. I think we're like maybe 100K under the salary cap. So, we don't have much wiggle room this season. All right, here we go. See if we can get a second goal before halftime. 27 minutes down. Mendez working the ball around, gets to Acosta, out wide to Pellegrini, out front to Martin. Great stop. This goalkeeper has a few really good stops in him, but he also has some pretty bad ones in him also. So we'll just have to see. It's like luck of the Irish with this guy. You'll see. Oh, it's a different keeper. It's Mendoza. They might have a scrub keeper, so I don't know. There's Sampalo. He's a guy who scored on us last time. He's going to try it again. Not this time. Last time, just sort of one-on-one cut through our defense. Ooh, Martins. Trusty. No, Perez on the back post. Likewise, misses. Really got to work on those headers. We're getting a ton of chances. Martins. Perez gets it down this time and in. Goalkeeper unhappy about something. It will be difficult. I mean, Perez isn't the biggest guy. He's only like 6'1". Oh, did somebody tap that in? Did Martin tap that in? Sheesh, just barely onside. Yeah, he did tap that in. He stole that goal. There's Felipe to Trusty. Off the crossbar. So again, our central defenders are not scoring. I mean, not that you expect them to, but when you set them up for these kind of plays and they get 5 or 6 attempts at it, uh-oh, there's a penalty. I mean, they're getting results, they're just not getting goals. It's like penalty there. The other one, the header down to Martin. Let's see, Martins, our fullback, can sure, okay, he can take the goal. Why not? Haven't really set up the penalty takers yet, but I think he does have decent penalty taking. Should look at him after this is done. I don't think we need to see that highlight again. Let's see, Martins, what are you at with the peak? Okay, never mind. Pep talk. I don't think we have to do a whole lot here. We can look at Martins though. They can't stop us. Can't stop us from looking at him. Penalty taking 12. Composure 13. I mean, that's halfway decent. We'll take that. He's a very, very versatile fullback. All right, pep talk. Happy with the way things are going. Keep it up. Tactics, we'll just try to run this one out. I mean, what was it last game? It was 1-1 at half, so it's a little less, or 2-1 at half, I think. Anyway, let's go low tempo. Time waste. Let's just run this one out. There's no need to run up the score. I don't think it helps at all. Just gotta keep winning, and we move on. It's elimination time. There's none of this round robin stuff. It's all about the elimination. All right, 60 minutes down. Trusty heads one out. Lopez looks like he's going to gather it in for Walter Ferretti, and he does. Sends it across. Hernandez. Nope. Okay, any substitutions that we need to make? I don't think so. Everybody looks okay. Perez is a little tired. Mendez is a little tired. We could definitely take one of them out. Yeah, let's bring in Martinez for Mendez and Baños for. And no, let's leave Perez in there. Don't want to use too many subs. Here we go. Martinez is in. Jesus, see what you can do. The rookie. Give him a little extra playing time in the preseason. He's uninterested. Okay, that's fine, I guess. A lot of uninterested guys. Should we give them a shout? There's no need. 86 minutes. Time is just rolling. We're going to be moving on, as we were pretty sure we would, as long as we didn't completely screw up. 31 fouls this time for Walter Ferretti. I'm glad we didn't have to sit through all that. 73% possession, 22. I mean, we just dominated again, and this time, no problem. 6-1 is the aggregate. Let's go. Get out of here. Continuation. Let's see. Atlanta United. Wow, look at that. San Francisco. 3-3, but 6-4 aggregate. So, they gave Atlanta United a bit of a scare, I think. And guess who we get next round? So, Inter Miami versus Atlanta United. Wonderful. We get to play an MLS team right away. And then Defense Force or Minnesota. Okay, so the rest of the games haven't quite finished. So let's see. What do we got coming up on the schedule? So we do have that Champions League versus Atlanta. We got the opening of MLS versus Toronto FC. So not a lot of time left between now and the beginning of the season. So I guess we'll come back with the MLS season preview and then more Champions League. So, till then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.